Hi guys, our today's topic is SQL statements. Yesterday I have told you, right? So see, we are done with the installation of software and we have installed the SSMS and we have established the connection from SSMS to the SQL server and we have created the database and we have created the sample table. Now the turn is how to manage the data in a database. Okay. So if you want to manage the data, so the primary thing you want to know is the SQL statements. By using SQL statements only, you can manage the data in a database. First, we will discuss what are those SQL statements we have available in SQL Server. This SQL statement is same as we have in Oracle. Same, no change. Okay. The first thing is DDL statement. The DDL stands for data definition language. DDL stands for data definition language. What are the DDL commands? We have create, alter, drop, truncate, rename. Create, alter, drop, truncate, and rename. So what is the use of create command? Just go, I'm just going with the theoretical, guys. So we'll do practical, not a problem. Once this theoretical is done, I try to understand what the create will do. By using create command, we can create database objects such as creating a database or schema or a table or procedure or function, anything, triggers, which will store in the database as an object. By using a create command, we can create database object. We can create or alter the database objects. Next, alter. Alter is a command. Let's say you have created a table. You have created a table by using a create command. Now you have a request to add one more column to it. And you have a request to drop an existing column. Or you have an requirement to change the data type, size of the data type. And you have a requirement to change the data type from one to another, like small into int or tiny into small int. Or if it is, I have defined the column with a varchar 10 and I need to increase the size of the data type. So all these are possible, right? When you have created a table, all these are possible things or not. So if you want to make those changes, so that can be done by using alter command. By using alter command, you can do all these changes. Okay. To modify the whatever the object that you have created. So if you want to modify the database object in terms of like adding a new column or dropping a new dropping an existing column or changing the data type or increasing or decreasing the size of the data type, these are all the changes to the object. So that you can do using alter command. Next, a drop. By using a drop, you can drop the database object. Whatever the databases that you have created in a database, if those are not required, if you want to drop those, by using drop command, we can drop them. And truncate command. Truncate command, what the truncate will do is, it will truncate the data and means it will delete the data from a table. It will delete the data from a table completely, all the data from a table. But the structure remains, the table will be existed, but whatever the data is there inside of the table, the data will be removed. By using truncate, you can delete all the data from a table. And rename. Suppose you have created a table and the client has a requirement to change the table name from X to Y. In that situation, how you can do is by using rename. In case of Oracle, directly we have a rename command will work, but in case of SQL Server, rename command will not work directly. So we have a system procedure, SP_rename. This will be used to Either you want to rename the table, column table, or if you want to rename the column from a table, you can do that by using sp underscore rename function. You can do the column rename or either table rename. Do anyone has any changes? Any doubts till here? DDL commands.
What is the difference between rename and SP rename?
See, rename is the command which is from Oracle, but sp underscore rename is the function. See, even rename is also the function. Okay, in Oracle, but in SQL Server, rename will not support. In place of rename, we'll use sp underscore rename to rename the table or a column. Both are used for the same purpose, but this command, rename command, will be used in Oracle. sp underscore rename command will be used in SQL Server.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions?
That means delete of the
Delete, I will come there. Sorry, truncate.
drop command, please delete.
Your voice is breaking.
Drop and delete both are same or not? That's what his question is.
Oh, no. Let me come there. Delete. Come to delete.
No, drop is different and delete is different.
I'll come there. I'll explain. Okay. So next command is SQL statement command is DML commands. DML commands, which are data manipulation. So far we have what are the commands that we have discussed is that will perform on the table structure, creation of a table, altering a table, and dropping an existing table, and truncating the data from a table. Okay. DML commands are purely work with data. Insert. It will be used to insert a new data. We'll insert the data into a table. Now you have created a table and you want to load some data. You want to load some data into that table. How you can do that? One thing is through integration, what you used to do. Using talent, you can load the data into a table. Or the second thing, if you want to make any inserts manually, so by using insert command, you can do. Insert is the command. It will let you guys insert the data into a table. And next, update. Suppose I have inserted one record, one student record I have inserted. And if I want to change his mobile number, so by using update command, we can do that. By using update command, we can do that. Delete. By using delete command, we can delete the data from a table. By using delete command, we can delete the data from a table. Table remains there, but data will be deleted. Got it? The difference between drop and delete. Drop will delete the table itself. You can't even find, once you drop the table, you can't even find the table in a database. It is permanently dropped from the database. But delete will delete the data inside of the table. Whatever the data that you are storing inside the table, that data will get deleted. Structure and all will remain same. It will be there. Okay.
Sir, it's same as the truncate, right?
Yeah. The next question is that only. Yeah. Truncate. What the truncate I told?
Data
Only
will
delete
delete permanently.
And delete also? Delete also will delete the data from a table.
No. Structure
Data only.
See,
Only
by using truncate and delete, we can only delete the data from a table. Structure will remain there. Okay? Structure will remain there. But what is the difference between these two? By using truncate, you can delete all the data from a
should
table.
be used along with condition, where condition. Whereas truncate,
Let me explain
directly
you.
it commits the data, but drop command didn't commits the data.
Let me come there. Yeah. Okay. Both truncate and delete are used to delete the data from a table only. Okay, structure will be there as it is. Okay, but what is the difference between these two? Okay, truncate will delete all the data from a table, all the data. Suppose if you want to delete any specific data by using truncate, it will not allow.
No.
So, okay, by using truncate, you can't delete the selected data. When you want to delete all the data from a table, go for a truncate. And when it comes to delete, if you want to delete the data, if you want to delete all the data from a table or selected data from a table, both you can do. Either you can delete all the data from a table or selected data from a table. Yeah, someone has raised a question.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. This is the difference between truncate and delete. Okay.
And one more difference is like we can roll back delete operation and we cannot roll back truncate operation.
See, here both are auto commit only. Both will be permanently, both are permanent to the system. So if you want to make sure that rollback and commit have to work properly, then that is a different thing. When we are working with the TCL, transactional control language, there we'll discuss. Okay. In Oracle, yeah, DML commands are explicitly commit. Means if you insert a record into a table, you need to save that record, which means commit the record to the database. Otherwise, it will not permanently insert you to the database. It will there till the session is open. Okay, it will be there till the session is open. But in case of SQL Server, both truncate and delete both are auto commit only. If you are directly submitting to the database, the transaction will not be rolled back. Okay. Any questions between DDL and DML?
Krishna,
No,
for
sir.
DML.
Hmm.
Hello. For
Yeah.
DML, it is auto committed, right?
Yes, here DML is also auto commit.
Yeah, okay.
If you
Yeah,
want to make the transaction implicitly commit and roll back,
Yeah.
then I'll show you how can be done that.
So we need to put a start transaction, something like this, right?
Yes, begin tran and commit tran.
Begin. Yeah. Thank you.
Sir,
Yeah, please.
difference between alter and update, sir.
Alter is the command by using we can alter the definition of the object. Suppose we have created a table with student ID, student name, and course. Now you want to add one more column to it. Then you'll go for alter command. Update command can't be used. But in that, if you want, so I have told you, right? See, let me explain you simply. Here, student number, student name, course. Okay, this is the table. I have one. Let me one. Some Raju. Course is tab. This is I have created a table with these three columns. Okay. Now I have a request to add one more column to this table by using what is the column? Mobile. So by using alter command, I will add this column to this table. And for now, the value is null. By default, the default value for any of the record is null. If you are not providing any value, it is null. Okay. Next, now I want to update a mobile number for this record. I want to populate a mobile number for the student. Then you need to use the update command. If you want to update if you want to make any changes to the data, update command. If you want to make changes to the structure of the table, go for an alter command. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
When you are working practically, you'll come to know. Okay. Next, DRL. data retrieval language or data query language. Okay, it is used to retrieve the data from a table. So now we have created a table. By using insert command, you have inserted the data, and by using update command, you have updated some values, and by using delete, you have deleted unwanted records from a table. And now what I want to do is, whatever the data is there in the table, now I want to retrieve. I want to retrieve the data from a table to view. So we'll use select command. Select command can be used to retrieve the data from a table. Next, DCL commands, data control language. Data control language. So no need to bother much about these two only, grant and revoke. These are not our jobs. These are the DBA jobs. Okay, grant in the sense. So if you are in a real time, all of you will not be having a all permissions to the database. So you'll be having a only read permissions to the tables. Read permissions to the tables. For some databases, you don't even have a permission to read as well. Wherever you require, then you will be given read access. Okay. Who will do that? The DBS will do that. So how they will do? By using a grant and revoke command. By using a grant, you can grant a permission to the particular user. By what revoke will do? Revoke is the command. Whatever the permission that they have been given can be rolled back. By using revoke, you can roll back the permissions. Grant will give you the permission, and roll back will revoke will roll back the permission. Okay, don't bother much about these two, grant and revoke, because even I never did this. Grant used in my project because the DBS will take care of those, and even I don't have a permissions to do that, because you guys are not SQL developers and looking for even SQL developers also don't have a permissions. Even I am a SQL developer, but even I don't have a permissions to do that. Okay, but the definition of those two is granting a permission, and whatever the permission that has been given will be rolled back by using revoke command. The next, TCL command, transaction control language. Transaction control language. So these are commit and rollback. Okay, I will show you this. Let me do some exercises for you guys, and once that exercises are done, then I will show you how the commit and rollback will work. Okay, how the commit and rollback will work. So let me create a table. Create student as number, as name, course, mobile, email, join date, okay. Join time, join date. Okay, I just wanted to create a table with these columns. Okay, tell me. So student number, what is the data type I need to give? What generally I will store?
Integer number.
Integer.
What are the integer data types we have?
Int.
Int,
Small
Int.
small int, big int.
Int.
which I have to give.
Integer.
Tiny int.
So you can, if your students will not be more than 255, then you can give a tiny int.
Tiny int.
If they are more than 255,
Small
then-
int.
okay.
Small
So
int.
I'm just giving a tiny int for now. Okay. Student name, what will be there?
Varchar.
Varchar.
What we used to
Varchar
store?
of 10.
Alphabets. If you want to store alphabets, what are the data types we have?
Varchar.
Char,
text.
What will be used? Let me explain it, guys. So here, in case of first name, I just wanted to store alphabets. So what are the data types available for to store alphabets is char and varchar.
Are you in cellar?
Which one I want to prefer? Why? So why I need to use varchar here?
Because we cannot give a fixed length.
Because the string that will store in the S name is not a fixed length string. A student name will vary, right? The length of the student name will vary. So varchar of 10 I am giving. Course. Here, I just wanted to store talent in it.
Varchar.
So though we are storing alphabets, since it is a fixed length string, you can go for a char of 6, right? Next, mobile number.
Integer.
Integer.
No, sir.
No, sir, we can have zeros also in that. No.
Integers only stored to 32,000.
Integer will store, small int will store minus 32,768 to 32,767. Int will store up to 10 in length, and preferably, yeah, let me go with the int now, and if there is an error, I will show you and I will correct it. Okay.
Yes.
Don't worry. Email. What email generally will have?
String.
What it will have? Only alphabets?
No, sir. Special character.
Characters as well.
Special characters should be there, alphabets should be there, and numbers should be there.
Varchar.
Okay. So varchar will support. Okay. Next, joining date. I want to store only the date of joining date only.
Date.
Okay. Next, join time.
Timestamp.
Date time. Okay. Time.
Join time, only time, no? Join date time.
Date time. Date time.
Okay. If you give date time, it will store date and time along with the microseconds. Okay. If you give date time 2 over here, it will select date and time along with microseconds and nanoseconds. Okay. Okay. See, create table. Syntax is create table name. Okay. And all these columns. You have to open the bracket, and each column name and its data type, and each column should be separated by its comma. Okay. And click on execute. So it was created in a master database. See, it is created in a master database. We need to change to sample database. Create it. Now you're done with creation. I'm done with the creation of a table. Now, insert data into a table. So what is the command to insert the data into a table?
So we need to put the dash before insert, sir?
No. That is just a comment. This is like a heading for you guys to understand what I am writing down. Here, create table, right?
Okay.
Here in the sense for understanding, creating a table. Which is whatever the code that is in green means commented. It will not execute. Okay. If you keep double hyphen, it would be double hyphen is
Commented.
If you keep single hyphen till it will run. So if you want to keep the comments, just please do with these double lines or
Two
this
hyphens and more than all.
more than also you can give. Either this you can give. Okay. Next. So now I want to insert some data into a table.
Insert into table name.
Insert is the command to do that. Insert into student. So what I need to do? S number is there. S name. Course.
Mobile,
File.
email,
Mail. Joining date.
You can skip column names also.
Joining
Anyways, we are
Joining
putting all the
date,
columns.
joining time.
values.
Join
joining
time.
date type.
Joining date time.
Join date time. Okay.
Krishna, we can skip column names also.
I'll come there. Guys. So if you know, okay. But everyone has to understand that. You can skip. I'll come there. Okay. Values. But the better practice is keep the column names. Because so that everyone understand. If you see the code, what are the values that you are providing and which are feeding into which column, that can be easily understand. If you are not keeping the columns, then what you need to do is you need to go to the table structure and what is the order, blah blah blah, you have to do. So the better practice is keep the column names. Okay, values. In case of student number, what I am just 1. Student number is something. Raju. Course is
talent,
Mobile number I'm just keeping 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, 9. Okay, next email. Raju@.com. Join date. What is the format? I'm just saying 2020.
MMTD.
1 Join time. What time is in hours, right? I'm just making 10. Okay. Join date time is I'm just copying this. Let me close this to keep better viewability. Okay. Date and time, only time and date and time. Okay. Let me insert.
But date and time will have seconds also, no?
Yeah, you can give. Otherwise, by default, it will take. Date and time we have seconds, no? Microseconds and microseconds also will be there. Even time will have microseconds, but I'm not giving. Just see what it will take. Now I am done with the record. I have inserted one record to the table. Just check that record. Select star from student. Okay, select is the command to view the data from to retrieve the data from a table. We have already discussed it, right? DRL command. Select is the command to get the data. What star represents here is star represents all the columns in the table. What are the columns is there in the table? Star represents all columns from the table. Okay. See. Giant time, microseconds, nanoseconds has inserted or not with zeros. Here, see. We have given till seconds only. Microsecond automatically came with zeros or not?
Yes.
Okay. This is how you can. Okay. I have inserted one record. See, as he said, if you are providing the data to all the columns in a table, providing in a table. Column list is not mandatory. But make sure the values provided should be the same order as the table. Okay. Providing the data. So if you are providing a data to all the columns in a table, column list is not mandatory. This is the column list only. This is the column list. And this is the values list. Okay. If you want to store all these columns, if you want to provide a value to all the columns in a table, the column list is not mandatory. You can directly give it like this. But only you have to make sure is the order that you have provided the values should be as same as in the table. How you have defined in the table, in the same way you need to insert. See. Okay. Insert. If you want to see the same record has inserted again. Okay. And suppose in this way also you can do. Suppose while inserting the data, you have interchanged the columns. You have interchanged the columns. Whatever the order is there in the column list, the same order it should be having. See, I will make it to understand. See, here I have changed the column order in the value in the column list, and also I have made a changes to the values list. The same, whatever is there in the column list, the same order you need to provide a values. If no, then it will fail. Otherwise, just check it. See, now you run it. Will it run or it will fail?
It will fail.
Fail.
Why?
Because
Data types are not.
Structure is different.
Data type we have given for student name is marker.
Data type mismatch is different and values are different.
Varchar will not allow numbers.
It will allow.
It will allow, sir.
It will
Oh, this is fine, right?
But serial number will not
Student
allow.
name.
Raj.
Serial number will not allow RAS because numbers will not fit any characters. So just try.
If you give in single quotes 1, then it will execute.
No, anyway, this will load because student name is a varchar and which will allow alphanumeric values, right? One is not have a problem, but Raju is trying to store into a S number column. S number is defined with an int. In integer, in number, can you be able to store data strings?
No.
See here, conversion failed when converting varchar value Raju to data type tiny int. Got it right? Guys, please mute yourself, please. Okay. Just now run it. The values provided should be as same order as in the insert the column list, though
Krishna, can't we undo the action?
no. Undo is something like rollback only. I'll come there. In database terminology, save means commit, undo means rollback. Okay. See, the values provided should be same order in the column as the column list, as in the column list, though the columns are interchanged in the column list as compared to the columns are in the table. So here, whatever the column list that you are giving, the order of those columns is not same as in the table. It doesn't matter. You can provide the values as by referring this column list. Okay. Now, let me try to insert.
అవతలకి లేకపోతే డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకుంటాడు స్కానర్.
Guys, please mute yourself, please. Okay, 99123 99123, and order everything is same. I have just changed the mobile number. Why it is coming? An arithmetic overflow error, expression to data type int. Arithmetic overflow error. What does it mean is, so when you are trying to store the value into an integer columns or decimal columns, if the value is bigger than the defined size, if the value is bigger than the defined size, then arithmetic overflow error will come. Got it, guys?
I'm not able to hear. Audio is not audible.
So if you are trying to store the whatever the value that you are trying to store, which is bigger than the defined size. Suppose in a mobile column, I have defined a data type as an int. Okay. And I am trying to store 99123 and 99123 value, which is more than the defined size. Actually, int will not support this big number. Okay. So that's why it is throwing an error. But whatever the mobile number that I have given here is correct only. The mobile number that I am trying to enter here is correct only. Then what is the next option?
Change the data type.
Size.
Change the size.
Alter the data type from one to another. What is the command that we can use here?
Alter table name.
Alter table.
Alter
Table name.
Student. Alter table name. What is the column? Mobile. Alter column.
Mobile.
Mobile. Sorry. Mobile. Big int. What is the next size? Big int. Now it was changed. Big int. Now run this query now.
Now it is good.
It is executed. Okay. Suppose.
What is the maximum limit for integer?
I have, it's not so easy to remember here. Yesterday I have shared your document, right? In the document you will be having. A blind day I can remember the integer is 10 in length, but it will not support. See, 11111 till with the 10 numbers that will support, but 9999 and 10 numbers that will not support. See, integer, like say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. This will support, but this will not support, because which means integer is a 10 in length, but it's not, the maximum number is somewhere in between these. If the given number is more than that, it will throw an error. When it comes to big int, it is 18 in length. The number is in 18 in length. So that's how I will be reminding those data types. Okay. Otherwise, you need to refer the document only. How to increase the size of the Let me take. How to increase the size of the data type? Let me. So I just wanted to load this record. Will it allow you to load? Why?
varchar 10 ఇచ్చాం.
Varchar only 10.
We have given that data type, so the size of the data type for S name is 10 only. But here we have given around 14 characters. So it will throw string or binary data would be truncated. Whenever you are getting these kind of error, string or binary data would be truncated. So what does it mean is, so you are trying to whatever the value that you are trying to store is more than the defined size. In case of strings, if you are trying to store the value which is bigger than the defined size, you will be getting string or binary data would be truncated. Error. Okay. Suppose in case of integers, the same. If you are trying to store bigger number, store the number which is more than the defined size, then you will get arithmetic overflow error. Got it right? 2 errors. And the third error is conversion error. When you are trying to store the data which is not supported by the data type, suppose like I am just trying to store varchar data into integer data type. When you are getting a conversion error in the sense, so which means the data is trying to convert from one to another. Okay, please be remember these
Lost
things.
the audio, Krishna.
Please, sorry. So how you can do here is same. Alter table name, alter column, varchar of 20, and run it. Now we can insert.
Krishna, can you just write down those 3 types of errors here? Krishna, a quick question.
Value spelling. Yes.
Krishna, a quick question. So what if a table is already created and I want to know which type of data types which is already configured.
I'll come there. I'll come there.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So you are done with how to alter the data type from one to another, how to increase the size of the data type. Okay. Next, how to add an existing, how to add new column to the existing table. I just wanted to add one address column to the existing table. Alter table student, add address varchar of 20. Now, if you want to see, so let's start from student. See, address column added or not? But do you have any values here?
No.
No, right?
We can insert
Undefined.
value.
Sorry?
Undefined.
And if no, you are now added new column, but for the existing records, it will be null only, right?
Yeah.
Whatever the records already there in the table, for them it is
Null.
Okay. Next, how to drop and
So how do we add the address for the existing records now?
yeah, we'll come there.
Insert.
Update.
Insert command. Update or insert.
By using insert, we can insert a new record.
Update it.
Yes, by using update, we can do. Okay. How to drop an existing column from a table. Alter table student drop and just join date time. I'm just wanted to remove. Okay, drop column. See. Now we want to see. Join date time is not there now. Okay. See, we have modified the data type, size of the data type, and we have modified the data type from one to another, and we have added a new column, and we have dropped an existing column. Okay, and now next, how to insert the data to. So far we have seen what we have seen is the data we will be providing to all the columns in a table, right? So far whatever we did here is inserting a data to all the columns in a table, but how to insert the data to specific columns in a table? The same thing. Let me copy the insert statement. Okay, I just don't want to provide a data to join date. And anyway, we have removed the join date column, right? Now, so I have removed one column from here or not? And join date time is anyway not there. Okay, just now try to run. What is the error you are seeing?
There are fewer statements than the values specified in the clause.
In the select class. In the insert list, we have fewer columns, but in the values list, we have more. Okay. So what is there? S number is there. S name is there. S number is there. Course is there. Mobile is there. Email is there. Join time. So which is this. Whatever the columns that you want to provide the data, keep those columns and provide the values to those columns only. See, S name, S number, course, mobile, email, join time. And now insert. And what are the columns that we have not inserted any data? Join date and address, right? Join date and address are not. What will be the values for those?
Null.
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 Join date and address. The values are null. Okay. And so got it right. When you are trying to store the specific, want to provide a values for the specific columns, you must keep the column list. Without column list, you can't do that. Okay. If you want to provide a data to the specific columns, you must maintain the column list.
But at the same time, the remaining columns also should accept null values, right, Krishna?
Remaining columns in the sense?
Remaining columns which we are not giving values also should accept, they should accept null values. If not,
That's what here happened, right? We have not provided a value to the address and join date. For both of them, it is null.
But some specific data types will not accept null values unless and until specified.
No. It will allow. Unless you define a constraint on it. The default value for any of the database is null only. If you don't want to store nulls, then restrict it by a constraint. That is next topic. Okay. All the columns will allow nulls unless you define constraints on it.
Okay.
Okay. So far you are defining a data types. Null is not a value. It's not a zero. It's not a space. It's undefined value. Okay. Any of the data type can be able to store that. Okay. How to insert the multiple rows at once. Okay. Simple, nothing is you need to do. The same. Comma. Take this. Keep it here. Three. Four. And last card should not have comma. Separated by comma. Values and all the values should be separated by comma. Okay, these inserted. From see the value for address and join date is null. Okay. So far we are done with only insertion and create, alter and insert. Okay. Anyone has any doubts in case of insert? We are covered how you can insert a data to all the columns, how you can insert a data to specific columns, how you can insert multiple rows at once. While inserting, if you face any data type issue, which means conversion issue, or arithmetic overflow, or string or binary data truncate error. So I have explained you, guys. You here. So tomorrow session will continue for next, like truncate, rename, updation, deletion, and TCL commands. These are all I will discuss tomorrow's class.
Krishna, is there any way to drop the column or add the column without using alter command?
Yeah, you can do it from Object Explorer.
Okay.
From
Hello, sir.
Thank you, sir.
here. So here we have created a sample database, right?
Yeah.
So just refresh the tables. We can see the table that you have created. Here, if you expand the student table, and here you have a columns. And suppose you don't want join date, join time column, just select, right click, delete. Okay, click on OK.
Krishna, can't we delete a specific record from the existing table
Yes, we can. I'm
by
not
using
there yet.
delete?
Yes, you can.
By using delete function, right?
Yes, delete command you can do it.
Right. Can you show me an example, please?
That I will discuss tomorrow. I have told you, no. So
Sure.
we are left with the truncate, rename, update, delete, and TCL commands.
Sure thing, Krishna. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
I'll come in flow.
Right.
You are able to insert the data, right? And you are able to change the order. Now you are comfortable with inserting a record. Now then, update and then delete unwanted records. Once those are done, and what the delete will do, and the next what truncate will do. And after that, I'll go for a rename.
Understood, Krishna. Thank
Okay.
you.
Sir, is
Yeah,
MS SQL case sensitive, sir?
No. No, not case sensitive.
So I can give either small letters or capital letters.
Yeah, you can. By default, it's not a case sensitive unless someone has enabled the case sensitive. Okay, there will be a database properties to enable the case sensitive.
And sir, I have a doubt. We have inserted the column names. I wanted to shuffle in the table, sir. Student name, student number ఉంది కదా సార్. నేను అవుట్పుట్ లో అవి రెండింటిని ప్లేస్ చేంజ్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాను సార్. ఇంటర్చేంజ్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాను.
సెలెక్ట్ లో ఆల్టర్ కాదండి, అవుట్పుట్ అంటున్నారు తను.
Just shuffle the column names by select command. Okay.
Wherever you want, you can.
Okay. Next insert చేసేవన్నీ అదే ఆర్డర్ లో వస్తాయి.
లేదండి.
No, it won't come.
So you are just retrieving the data however you want.
Okay,
that's
sir.
it. Table, in the table, whatever is the order will remain same.
Thank you.
Okay, the table order will not change. You are just selecting the data from a table. That selection is on your own.
If I want to change the order permanently, I have to do it in the create table itself.
Yeah, you have to. That is a different exercise you altogether you need to do. In which order you want, create a table in the same order and insert the data from the existing table to the new table by selecting the data from the table. You have existing table, right? So you have created a new table with your own order. Okay, then while loading the data into that table from the existing table, you need to do select. While selecting in the new table, what is the order is there? In the same order, you have to select the data from that existing table and insert.
Oh.
Okay.
And instead of that, we can use select into.
Select into also you can do, not a problem.
Just copy paste.
Yes. Just a copying a data in a required order to the new table. Okay. Any questions, Andy?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please.
In database, how to create sample database, sir?
Create database name only. It's not the same sample. You can create on your own name. Not a problem.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How, sir?
Create database name. Please make sure.
Yes, sir.
Here, the database it should be in master.
Yes, sir. Is there the master only, sir?
And then create space database name. Whatever you want to give. Just select those syntax and click on execute.
Yes, sir.
It will create. See, whatever the tables that you are creating here in sample DB, have you guys observed? Here it is storing with the DBO dot database owner. I've told you already the default schema for the table is DBO schema. If you want to create the table in your own schema, you can create a new schema as well. And while creating a table, you need to mention the schema name dot table name. Okay, then only the table will be created in that schema. Suppose if you are trying to access, if you have created a student table in different schema and now you are trying to access like this, it will fail because when you are not keeping the schema name dot table name, it will always go and check in the DBO schema. If you are not mentioning the schema name, by default it will go and check in the DBO schema. If the table is available there, it will result. If the table is not available there, it will throw you an error. Okay.
Okay.
How to create a schema?
Same, create schema name. Okay.
Good, thanks, Krishna.
Okay, guys. Hello, guys.
Okay, thank you, Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir.